Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Tuesday, the third day of December, which is the fifth day of Kislev. Now, this being the 3rd of December, I need to discuss with you a matter that comes up usually on December 4th, but this year it's December 5th. So pay attention to me. We got to explain something a little bit complicated here. Usually, in a normal year, we would switch over to saying the same Tal Umatar Livracha in our Barech Aleinu Bracha, and we would, outside of Israel, we would start that on the night of December 4th. And that's because it's when technically the rainy season starts outside of Israel, and we would start asking for rain we would not follow the lunar calendar that we followed for most Jewish halacha, but we would follow the solar calendar, the one that has it being rainy season starting in places like the United States of America on December 4th. So December 4th at night, we would start saying the same Tal Umatar Livracha. And that's what we do in a lot of years. This year, we won't be starting it on Wednesday night, December 4th. We'll be starting it on Thursday night, December 5th, and I'll tell you why. It's because we want to hit the exact date that, based on the equinox and some other complicated things, is exactly when the rainy season starts. But when the solar year in the following year has a leap year, let me say that in simpler English, since this February 2020, we're going to add a day to February, right? We're going to have February 29th in 2020. That changes things by a little bit. You see, usually we would nail the rainy season as exactly happening on December 4th at night, and we would start saying the same Tal Umatar Livracha then, starting to ask for rain on the night of December 4th. But the thing is, we can't pin it exactly on that same date every 365 days because a solar year is not exactly 365 days. It's 365 days and a quarter. Because it's 365 days and a quarter till the Earth goes all the way around the sun in a year, therefore we can't have exactly 365 days in a year. We have to have 365 and a quarter days, which is impossible. So what we do instead is we add a leap day, February 29th, every 4 years, usually. And when we add that day at the end of February, it makes it such that even though we fall behind a quarter of a day every year when we call a year 365 days, no problem, because we change it up every time we add February 29th. Okay, now this year, we are in a year that's soon to have a day added, which means, if you're following my math here, we're kind of, sort of, 3/4 of a day off. If you didn't understand that math, don't worry about it. But basically, it just means that because there's a leap day coming up on February 29th, 2020, the exact rainy season is not happening this year closer to December 4th. It's happening closer to December 5th. That's all you need to know if you missed my math, is that this year the rainy season is kind of sort of starting right around December 5th. Therefore, this Thursday night, we will all be switching over to the same Tal Umatar Livracha. Those of you listening in Israel, you have a whole different calculation because your rainy season is earlier. But for those of us outside of Israel, we need to start saying the same Tal Umatar Livracha this Thursday night. More laws to follow on that probably tomorrow. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Sorry it was a little complicated today. Bye-bye.